Abrika and welcome to our Konuko. Today we're going to be talking about greenhouses. Now, I've always wanted a greenhouse, and here in New Hampshire, it's kind of important because we don't really get a big growing season. It's actually halfway through May right now, and we just started planting because it snowed in late April. So that's how bad it can get. So we're going to give you some tips on making a greenhouse, making sure that it's stable, and there were a couple of kits that we got, I think from Amazon. I'll find them and I'll link them below the video description, just in case you're interested in making your own greenhouse too. So let's talk about our old Konuko. It was basically just a smaller kind of caged in area. I think maybe it was like 15 feet by like 15 feet. But what we did was we replaced that area and we expanded it with 2 greenhouses. Even though it was a smaller area, it gave us a lot of fruits and veggies. We had tomatoes and cucumbers, radishes, tons of lettuce. I basically didn't have to buy any produce during the summertime when I was planting. So the first thing he did was he created 2 super sturdy frames. We got wood ordered and delivered to our house, maybe a couple hours of, doing a lot of hoeing, leveling properly, putting the wood in, and he framed it all out. So it's windproof basically. And then he got to work on the actual bracing itself from the kit. And I'll let him talk a little bit about what he did.
Yeah, this is amazing. So did you do anything extra that the kit didn't tell you about?
Yes, the framing on the bottom.
Yeah.
Just to keep weight on it in the windy days, hopefully to maintain it stable.
Mm-hmm.
And the brackets are actually going in between each one of them to actually stabilize the whole frame. This frame is sturdy enough of what you need it, but you just don't want it to buckle and break on you. So this is why I put those stabilizers.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Is there anything that you're doing to support it in the middle?
In the middle at this moment, no. But later on, I'll probably put a couple of brackets to come from the bottom across.
Okay.
But it all depends on how far we're going to go inside the greenhouse, and then I'll decide that.
Okay. This looks amazing. So technically it was like you did Saturday last week?
Yep.
Right? And then today. And it's only been like...
Yeah, in between the greenhouses itself, yeah. The framing took a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. It was like 4 hours last week and then maybe another 3 this week.
Yeah.
Very nice. So happy. Great job.
So now, as you can see, I'm showing you some sped up action of Eli putting the tarp part of it over the first greenhouse. One tip about the tarp, so Eli at the very bottom curled in the tarp around the metal framing of the greenhouse itself and then placed an additional bracket onto that so that the tarp is now around the metal framing and then basically like bracketed in on top of wooden frame underneath on the ground. This does a couple of things. You hold the tarp down, so that's going to be more sturdy for you. And the other thing is it doesn't allow critters to get in, so it's going to be harder for them to get into your greenhouse. And I have just this never-ending battle with critters. We have woodchucks, deer, chipmunks, squirrels, rabbits, you name it, we've got it. And here's some of our conversation about that.
And I like what you did where you pulled in the mesh on the inside.
Yeah. Might need to protect it a little bit more, but at least it will hold it.
Well, it's my battle against the chipmunks that eat my strawberries. I'm trying to see if this year I will win. They always win.
Part of the battle.
Yeah. I love all of God's creatures, except for the ones that come in and eat my strawberries. See, the thing is this. If they just came and they ate my strawberries and took them away, that would be one thing. But the problem is they come in, they take one giant bite of the juiciest, reddest one, and then they put it back down.
They leave it.
And then they leave it for me, and then I'm like, oh, look, a big, nah, it's disgusting. So,
They love tulips too.
yeah, they ate all of our tulips.
There's only one.
There's only one tulip that is alive. You can see it right there. The only reason that tulip is alive is because we threw cumin and cayenne pepper all over it, so it would be smelly and they wouldn't eat it. So that's another tip. If you want to keep your tulips or anything alive, throw cumin, cayenne pepper, curry powder, anything that's smelly, and they'll stay alive. Okay, stepping in, and we have strawberries, oregano, we have chives, more oregano in the back. It feels hot already. It feels hot. So it's working already. Greenhouse effect. This is amazing. I'm so happy. That means we'll be able to grow all kinds of plants and flowers year round. This is amazing. Love it. Love it.
It's already hot as well.
Yeah, it's already hot. Awesome.
So that's it for the greenhouse building tips. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer if we can. If not, we'll just find out for you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to continue creating more videos. In later episodes, I'm going to be covering tips on growing specific products or foods that I grow. And hopefully they'll help you too, because I went through a lot of trial and error to figure it out. I want to save you the trouble. In the meantime, have a great one. Take care, everyone.